Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong.
I don't know what came over me today, but I had to make a Christmas journal. I was cleaning up in the workshop and I pulled out a box of Christmas things. I wish I had gotten some packs together before we actually got into December. I still might list some really small pieces of ephemera to send out. But just looking through everything, I decided I had to make a Christmas journal. I had some corrugated cardboard that needed to be used and some beautiful images. I came across a piece of ribbon, just this cotton ribbon that says "Remember When," and that was the end of that. The cover is 2 layers of cardboard. One is smaller than the other. This is sewn on top of this piece, and then I did sew some other layers, fabric, paper, and just a pretty image that I like. So inside the journal, there is just an absolute variety of pieces from this box that I was going through. I had all types of Christmas ephemera. I pulled out some of my favorite pieces and some of the cards that I like the most. I also had some Christmas stamps. So every page is kind of a collage. There were some little things kind of like folklore. A windy Christmas is a sign of good fortune. We've got music from Christmas carols, some pretty trim. One of the reasons that I had to make this is that I recently came across a bunch of Christmas fabric scraps, and I had torn a lot of strips from that so that I could make pages and sew them in the way I like to sew them in to a cover. And you will see different types of Christmas fabric in each signature. This paper is adorable. I don't really remember where I got that. I don't think I bought it. I think perhaps somebody sent that to me. And since I had pulled it and put it in the Christmas box, I don't really remember where it came from, but it's absolutely adorable. There are some older images in here, parts of envelopes to hold old cards. This is a vintage card that came out of an old scrapbook. There's a lot of gold paint around the edges of the pages, just to give it sort of a Christmassy look. You can see the Christmas stamps in here, both postage stamps and stationery type stickers that you would put on an envelope. There's a little bird that was stamped on that page, vintage Santa. Just bits of paper torn from some of my favorite cards. This says, "All blessings, fair and bright, a merry heart and light be yours this Christmas day." I love this. There's a tiny little mitten, and I just safety pinned that to some lace on the edge of this flip out. And then underneath we have another part of a Christmas card, some old Christmas season's greeting stamps. This is 1992 from the American Lung Association. You can see the different types of fabric in here holding the pages in. This is a vintage piece. It's like a little calling card with hearty greeting and sincere good wishes for Christmas and the coming year. There are little bits and pieces torn out of book pages. That was a part of a card that I thought was really pretty. Little bits of lace. This is some flannel fabric that was in the mix, and I love that. I love the poinsettias. In this pocket is an old Christmas tag. That's 1982. That's really cute. And we also have a couple of little gift tags. That's so cute. The verse on it says, "I give one leg and I give the other for the 2 legs of wife and mother." I have no idea what that means. Funny, these old rhymes and verse. Another Christmas stamp. You can see Christmas music. There really is a lot of collage going on. I just tore out pieces that I liked the best. This was an old Olin Mills card where you could put a photograph in it. So I really liked this image of the 3 girls playing the stringed instruments. So that is in there. There's a Christmas stamp and then another beautiful old postcard. That's actually a reproduction. And the reproduction is probably from the 80s or 90s, so it's old at this point as well. That was a really pretty Christmas card that had the cutout in the shape of the tree. So I put that beautiful image behind it, another Christmas stamp, part of some text from A Christmas Story, another stamp, all these layers. This little thing reminded me of my old house. So that made me feel a little bit nostalgic, but it's okay. And this Santa, I'm not necessarily drawn to that kind of design or the colors, but it does remind me of the way things looked when I was little. Let's go back and put this in. Here is another old card. Merry Christmas, little friend. From the Coulter boys, Rudyard and Carter to Montrose. Wow. If all the world were little girls, the neighbor wouldn't know it was Christmas, 'cause no horn there'd be, nor little boys to blow it. So sweet. And there is another little bit of folklore. Christmas bells ringing on Saturday bring a foggy winter and a cool summer. Is Christmas on Saturday this year? Maybe we will have a cool summer. More flannel fabric. I think that's really pretty, and yet different fabric for the signatures and sewing those in. Some of these book page images are from The Night Before Christmas, a large children's book, and the pages were just, illustrations were beautiful, so I cut some of those out. The book had scribbling in it, and some of the pages were falling out, so I didn't feel bad tearing that one up. It's a book I found at the thrift store for 25 cents. I love just the little bird here. I love the little polka dots. I love the color. I'm inspired to try that. I might try it in my self-discovery journal. Really, really pretty. It says 1752 up here, so I'm wondering if that's from an old something, maybe needlework or something. With his eye searching for the fruit of the land and the icy blast ruffling his feather, the bird of the fields makes his valiant stand against the winter weather. So pretty. Here is a little piece of an advent calendar. You can see the glitter on it, and honestly, I have put some glitter in this book myself. These pages are from a printable that I did for Christmas one year. I need to find the link to that. And then this is from an old book page. These little mice in the Christmas tree, and you can see the candles. It's just really pretty. And then these three little girls in front of the fireplace hanging their stockings. That is from a Christmas card. You can tell with this, I used up a lot of junky paper, maybe. This is corrugated cardboard, paper from paper bags, things like that. This image in the center, I just love. Her dress just fades right into the background, and there she goes up the steps. So pretty. And this is from The Night Before Christmas. I love these illustrations of the angels, the children sleeping, the little girls. That reminds me of me and my sister Andy. We had matching beds side by side, and they weren't iron, but they had sort of a rounded headboard. And they were antique. They were old even when we had them. Two more beautiful images from old postcards, and some more Christmas fabric, another stamp. I love the little children at the candy counter and the toy counter. He's looking at the candy, she's looking at the toys. I love this lamp. That was from The Night Before Christmas. That's from an old card. And then we have more fabric that I used to make tabs and sew the signatures in. That's so adorable. I love the mushrooms there. Another postcard image, the reindeer. Beautiful, beautiful card with Mary and baby Jesus and the poinsettias. And then one of the stickers with the poinsettias. And I love this. May the new year bring you every happiness. This is another image from The Night Before Christmas. I love the pink and the blue. It just looks kind of retro. It looks like an old bedroom. I love that. I sewed this to kind of lengthen the back of the journal because it was a little bit shorter, which is fine with me. This was a project to use up some cardboard and to go through all of my Christmas things and to make a journal for Christmas.
So let me know what you think of this one. Thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful to have each and every one of you here, and I will be back really soon. Bye for now.